Okay. Ayan. Magandang hapon po sa lahat po nanonood ng Litrato Philippines at araw po ng Miyerkules, no? Wednesday, October 12, no? And for those people who are watching us, kindly share our live, no? You can see us at social media account, facebook.com/DCRJ810am and our YouTube channel, DCRJ810am, Radio Bandido. Likewise, we are live on television by Sky Cable Channel 224 and all TV box and DTT boxes nationwide. And of course, you can hear us on our Philippine radio station, DZRJ 10 a.m. And of course, no, we have apps, no, Radio Garden app and Streama app. No? So for those people outside in our country who want to listen with us while driving or the office, you can download Streama app and Radio Garden app, then search DZRJ 10 a.m. so that you can join us, no? Via simulcast, no? Live po yan, no? Sabay-sabay. Anyway, we have two special guests for today from Miss Earth, no? 2022. But before that, meron ba tayong mga report, brother? Wala pa naman, ano? Wala nagpasa. Anyway, since wala pa naman report, I'll introduce one by one our guests for today. No, let's start with I think Australia, because she came early at our live. No, okay, here we go. Actually, Shani gave me something, and then he want to change our ano kanina. Anyway, she is 22 years. She is 22 years old and proud to represent the land down under Australia. No. For her, fighting for conservation and protection for our planet is the most significant battle we must overcome. She has always been an advocate for environment, but this has been further intensified by her university studies. Currently, she is undertaking a double degree of global sustainability and politics. Miss Earth Australia provides an excellent platform to amplify our voice and action as we protect Mother Earth, no? And her advocacy is based on acronym ACE, no? I thought it was vitamin ACE in earlier, eh. What it means, action, care, and education, no? When discussing the environment and ways, no, we can make a better change. It's imperative that ACEs be taken into account. You cannot just have action without education, and you can't just care about the environment without also taking action. There's three factors are interconnected. Having a balance of all three will ensure the most efficient and sustainable solution for our climate extinction. For her, when we heal the earth, we heal ourselves. Now, let's welcome our Miss Earth Australia, no other than Sheridan Mortlock. Did I mention it right?
Yes. Hello. Mabuhay, everybody. I am Sheridan. I am this year's Australian representative for Miss Earth. Thank you very much for having me on.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving us opportunity also to know you better and in your country. But before we introduce our next guest, I would like to ask first, no? I do know a lot of people here in Manila, especially in the Philippines, wants to go in Australia, no? Because of Sydney, there was a time I do remember, no? Australia is very popular when the movie Nemo was made, no? Because it's Disney cartoons which is related to Australia, which is the Sydney. No? Anyway, can we ask more about Australia? I mean, if we visit, no, if I bring our Miss Earth beautiful supermodel here from Belarus, can we ask what are the places that we should visit? No, the best place we can visit in Australia, and what are the food usually offered for your tourists? Go ahead, Sheridan.
Absolutely. So, first of all, you should all definitely come to Australia. It's a beautiful and diverse country. We've got a little bit of everything here. So, if you like, hot beaches and warm weather, you've definitely got to check out our beaches in Sydney and also in Queensland. Queensland's North Australia. We've got beautiful tropical areas over there, lots of forests and jungle as well. If you like more deserts and lots of wide open spaces, definitely have to go to the centre of Australia where Uluru is, which is a very iconic landmark. It's a big rock in the middle of Australia. It's the heart of Australia. And otherwise, we've got lots and lots and lots of gorgeous native animals and beautiful native flora and fauna, which are always one to check out. If you had about a week here, I'd say definitely stop in, fly into Melbourne. We've got great coffee culture and very, very multicultural. Then make your way to Sydney and check out, obviously, our iconic Opera House and our Harbour Bridge. But then also try to spend some time in the country. I came from the country myself, and I feel like lots of people overlook it. But there's just something so uniquely Australian about being in a small country town surrounded by locals and farmers, because that's what brought Australia up, is agriculture.
So more of the products you offered is agricultural products, that's right?
The agricultural products, yeah. So, farming has always been part of our culture heavily. We had, the bush rangers back in the day, and then we have, lots of farmers now. We actually produce a lot of rice. I think we ship it over to Asia quite a lot, so as well. And it's honestly one of the big backbones of our country. So it's very, very worth checking out.
What are the best food that usually offered in Australia, which we cannot forget when we visit your country?
Well, my personal favourite, it's a bit debated whether this is an Australian or a New Zealand dish, but you can still get it in Australia. I love a pavlova. And for those of you who don't know what a pavlova is, it's basically egg whites and sugar whipped together into a sort of like cake that's soft on the inside, soft and gooey and crusty on the outside. And you put layers of cream and fresh strawberries and fruit and berries on top of it. And usually people have it in summer or at Christmas time, and I can easily polish off a whole one by myself.
Wow. How many pieces that you can on that particular kind of bread?
You can have you can cut it small or as big as you want. If you cut it in half, then I can eat 2 pieces.
Wow. Wow, amazing. No, you can finish the whole one. Wow, this is
I just love it that much.
Anyway, thank you very much for that, and I hope we can taste that. No? If we had opportunity to bring some, no? If you're going to visit here, no, I don't know if it's allowed to bring that particular.
I have to make it there. As long as you've got eggs, then we're sweet.
Maybe Lilia, Lilia and I will taste that particular food that you bring with us. Anyway,
that's good. I'll bring Tim Tams. They're easier.
Okay. I'll ask you again later for a while so that we can introduce our next guest. She's from Belarus. No, actually, she's one of beautiful candidate also that I've seen. No, here in Miss Earth. No, she is a professional international model based in Qatar, fighting for animal rights, supporting animal shelter. Environmental activist opened her own art studio that organized non-profit events. We are all raise money to go local shelters or towards medical bills of stray animals in veterinary hospital. No, and to bring people together. Many people think that they are just one person that they wouldn't make any difference. You want to encourage people to let them understand that every small things matter. Go green in the hotel while traveling, and maybe next time your friends will do it also. Stop using plastic bottles and get reusable bottles, and most people around will do so too. No? Make your lifestyle echo, and it might become a passion trend for others around you. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can make a change. No? Let's welcome our Miss Earth, Belarus, no other than Lilia Lebaya. Hi, Lilia.
Hello.
And can we ask how old are you?
26.
You're 26, no? But you look younger also at your age, no? I thought it was
Thank you.
23 or 24, something like that. But anyway, can we ask, no? About Belarus. I do remember I had friends in Belarus when she visit here in Philippines during that time that she represent Philippines for Miss Earth and lost her phone. If I'm not
Oh,
mistaken, yeah, she's the one, no, and um, and because of that, no, the hospitality of the Filipino bought her another new phone, no, to
mm,
replace the phone that's been lost here in the Philippines. That's what we are very generous for some visitors in Miss Earth, no? Di ba? Ganun kami kagaling. I mean that's what we do, no, to help Miss Belarus because she lost her phone. No? Anyway, um, Lilia, can we ask about Belarus? I do know, I do know some people wants to go also in Belarus. I know it's morning there. Have you eaten your breakfast already? Not yet.
again, what?
Have you eaten your breakfast already? Not yet.
I just had coffee and dates. This is typical Arabic breakfast since I'm based in Qatar.
Okay, you're in Qatar right now. That's right.
Yes,
So what time is now in Qatar?
it's 9 a.m.
9
Um,
a.m.
in
9 a.m.
Qatar, the time is the same as Belarus, so it's easy for me to communicate with my family because we have the same time.
That's good, no? Yeah. Um, can we ask first before we introduce Belarus? What are the things you are doing in Qatar right now?
I'm a professional model, so I'm modeling here, and I opened my art studio in Qatar, not in Belarus, because
You
in Belarus, it's a very green country. Like it's, I would say it's very well ecologically set up. But in Qatar, it's a bit more difficult because it's basically desert. So, for example, if someone dump animals in Belarus, they have a higher percentage of survival than if the same will happen in Qatar. Because the weather here is like 50 degrees, 55 degrees during summer. It's like close to impossible to survive. So I figured that my actions will be needed here more than in Belarus. And plus, in Belarus, we already have Miss Earth Fire that is taking her duty. So I could live without worrying.
okay? Um, in Qatar right now, you are working or you have a business already there?
I do work as a model still, and I do have business. So I run a lot of things at the same time.
Wow, so you're so very busy woman in Qatar, no? What are
It
your
is
business
such.
in Qatar? What is
I
your
have
business
an
in
art studio.
night
I
studio?
art studio, yes.
Mm-hmm. And
So
mhm. Go
yeah,
ahead.
we work with the epoxy wood. We create like furniture as tables, you know, like those wooden river tables, or for example, with flowers inside, like preserved things. We do wall installations, like paintings. We do flooring as well, very creative. So basically, it's very multi-task studio.
Wow, no, you are a very great person. I mean, you do these things, no, in order to, of course, no, to have your uh, security for your career in the future. No? That's why you are putting some business, just a good business, not for yourself. Of course, you are helping your family at the same time. Is that right, Lilia?
Yes, yes, both of
Mm-hmm.
my parents are not working. They fully depend on my support as my father faced some health issues. So I took over the leading role.
Wow, thank you very much for that. Anyway, can we ask about Belarus? I do know a lot of people want to visit Belarus. If we go together again in Belarus, it sounds like we meet already, no? Even we're not. I mean, if we are, I mean, with Sheridan and you, no? Because you're in Qatar and I'm in the Philippines, we meet together, and then we will go to Belarus. Which place do you want us to bring, no? And to see the best place that you can offer in Belarus. And at the same time, what are the foods offered in Belarus to your tourists? Go ahead, Lilia.
So the foods, basically, Belarus is very famous for potato.
Potato, okay.
Yes, we do produce a lot of potatoes, but basically it's joke. It's overall we have a very good agriculture, and basically everything Belarus produce is organic because since the long ages, since we're a very green country, it's easier, for example, even to feed the cows out of the green land without the chemicals to get some milk, sour cream, like butter, other stuff. So it's a very good quality. So Belarus is known for that. And our national food is, as you know, because before we was part of USSR. So basically the Belarusian cuisine is very similar to Ukrainian and Russian. Like we share that since we were like all one country before. So as a national dish, we have borscht. It's like a soup, for example, with the cabbage. And the other one is the red one. It's made out of beetroot. And more Belarusian, I will say we have a potato pancakes. So you can make them inside with meat, and we eat them like with sour cream. Some people make them with mushrooms. It's actually very delicious, even though it sounds simple. But I would say Belarus has a healthy cuisine. We were raised to eat mostly healthy. So for that reason, it was easier for us to maintain a healthy lifestyle because the food is not fatty, it's not oily.
Okay, see. No, so there's no potato chips and fries in your country. Is that right?
There is.
Okay.
Definitely there is, but not as the really bad chips like we usually have. They're more of potato based, like natural. So it's let's say it's less bad.
Well, maybe we can. You're in Qatar. I thought you're in Belarus. You can bring us some potato chips that natural. That's what you said. No, the way of cooking. Or maybe we can taste it also, babe. But
Don't worry, I'll tell you a secret. All Belarusians knows how to do the chips out of potato at home. So we're good.
Anyway, I do know, no, Belarus also near Ukraine, and how is it, no? Are you affected during war started way back on March?
For now, no. It's very quiet and calm in Belarus. Nothing is going on because Belarus doesn't take a part in any armed actions. So it's pretty quiet there for now. And we hope it will stay this way because during the history, Belarus always kept neutral. It was always offering a help in making peace between those countries. They even signed before a Minsk treaty, which guarantee the peace and all. So the Russian president is always on the neutral side and trying to resolve the conflicts. So right now we're hoping it will stay the same.
Do you wish also to finish this war?
Yes, so that, everyone does.
And actually, no, every time, no, I prayed, I include this things on my prayer, no, to finish the war in Ukraine and Russia, no, because I do some see in news some kids and some women, no, as affected, no, during this war, no, in Ukraine. That's why
everyone is affected. I would say not only those countries, but entire world, because the economic of the other countries is clearly depend on that region, because there is so many stuff passed through. It's a middle of the Europe, so they do have a pipes that transfer gas and oils for the other countries. They might be far, but they will be still affected, and this is really sad. But meanwhile, the wars are going all around the world right now. The stuff that's happening in Iran, the wars in Yemen, there is so much going on, Palestine as well. So at this point, I wish that they would put all this money that they spend on wars to science or climate change or something good, you know, so it will be very beneficial for everyone. But right now, I find it really stupid to fund the wars.
Okay, I do understand. No, all of us are praying for a peace, no, for
Yes.
both countries, and hoping that there's no casualty after that. Well, anyway, since we're talking about Belarus, can we do ask? No, I do know there's a lot of pageant also in Belarus. But why did you choose Miss Earth over this pageant like Miss Universe, Miss World, Miss Globe? Why did you choose Miss Earth over this prestigious pageant in Belarus?
Because Miss Earth is was doing, but obviously on a smaller scale. As my colleague said, Miss Earth is a very great platform
Mm-hmm.
to like represent your voice, and
Yes.
yeah. So for that reason, because other pigeons, it is work, but it's not as much work as Miss Earth, I would say.
Mhm.
And as I'm a hard worker, the choice was obvious.
So how do you manage your time? No, since this particular project is quite very a lot of activities to do, including the your advocacy. No, you have to do things, no, to help our environment. So how did you balance your time since you're a businesswoman and a model at the same time? How did you do it?
Honestly, I would say I can manage it because of the help of my friends and my boyfriend. Because I have a very good people around me that help me go through those stages, help me to achieve things. They support me and I support them. And then it's just bearable. It's just
Mhm.
all together we make it possible. So with the help of others, of course.
If you need some ano workers, like everything you can ask me so that I can help some Filipino to change their life. Maybe there's an opportunity for them, no, to work outside the Philippines. Anyway, I'll get back to you. I'll ask Sheridan first about joining Miss Earth because in Australia there's Miss Universe as well, no, and there's Miss World, Miss Globe, Miss Grand International. Almost all the pageants are already available in Australia, including Miss Intercontinental, Miss International. But why did you choose Miss Earth, Sheridan, over this prestigious pageant around you?
So I first joined Miss Earth. I did any pageant in 2019 where I placed runner up. And that was when Susanna Downs won and she came over to represent Australia. And I just fell in love with the system. The environment is something that I've always been very, very passionate about since I was a young girl. My family, so my two younger brothers and I, we travelled around Australia in a camper trailer for 14 months. So we were homeschooled, and nearly every day we would wake up in a different gorgeous location around Australia. And that was a very connecting, and, you know, I didn't realize it at the time, but it's definitely influenced who I am today and my connection to the land. So when I did Miss Earth in 2019, and I'm like, oh, this is excellent because pageants aren't very big in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Miss Universe, we don't really hear much about the other ones. So I didn't even know it existed until I joined. But
Mm-hmm.
then since 2019, I've been working very hard and getting better, training. And so I got to, now here I am as Miss South Australia. I was finally crowned and it feels amazing. And, you know, it's something I'm dedicating my whole life to. I'm studying global sustainability at university. It's something that I'm going to continue to do, advocating for the environment. And so Miss Earth just perfectly aligned with my values in that way.
That's good to hear. No, that I do know. No, as if I will be a beauty queen, so maybe I want to be a popular. I go for popularity. I'll choose the most prestigious pageant all over the world, which is Miss Universe. No, but unfortunately, no, there are some issues that definitely might confuse me. No, regarding Miss Universe, including of transgender women and also now, no, they are allowing married women, no, to join Miss Universe, which is confused me, no, actually, no, but still there's an age limit, but what is the essence of Miss between Misses, no? If you will compare this one, no, so there's a big difference between them, no, because Mrs. is more responsible enough. I don't know, no, I would say it's not about uh to become more responsible. You have to have your husband and married, no, someone, no. But definitely, even if you're single, just like Lilia, no, there's a lot of responsibilities, no, because as a model and an employer, and also as a Miss Earth Queens, just like you, no, Sheridan. I do know that you are also working, no, at as of now, no. What is your work, Sheridan? Can we know about your work right now?
So I've got a couple of jobs. My main job is I'm a fit model. So
Mm-hmm.
what that is that when the designers make clothes, they
Mm-hmm.
need to try it on a person, not a mannequin, to make sure that you can move your arms up and down, that you can sit in it, that everything's sort
Wow.
of fitting where it should be. And so
Mm-hmm.
because I fit right on that size that the designers
Mm-hmm.
need, what I do is I get to go in and try on the garment, let them know if the fabric is scratchy or if it feels nice or if something feels wrong. And then they adjust that so that when it eventually, about 6 months later, comes out in store, they know that it should be able to fit that body type as it should. So that's what I mainly do. But then I also work at a retail store for David Jones. So I
Mm-hmm.
work with an Australian sustainable fashion brand called Ginger and Smart.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that as well. And then also on the side, I've got some like extra modeling gigs and sometimes TV extra. So I just like to keep busy, fill the calendar up with things to do.
Wow, no, you are very busy women also. But you are both model, no? Did you blog your clothes as well? No, I mean, like what you said, you are fitting this, it get irritated on this clothes or whatsoever. Um, have you come in your mind that you might earn, no? Through blogging, no? By blogging the dress that you are wearing, including you, Lilia. I know you have a lot of like woodcraft. Is that right? Woodcraft,
Yeah.
Lilia. Why did you try to blog this also? No, and you might have more not only having an income on your blog, but also have a lot of customer all over the world. No, did you already? I mean, cross in your mind that I have to blog this in order to earn, no, through these activities. You first, Sheridan.
So blogging, I don't know how big it is anymore in Australia. I don't really see a lot of bloggers. What's really big now, I feel like, is TikTok and like TikTok lookbooks. So you see lots of girls or lots of people on TikTok, showing summer looks or what they're going to wear to Europe this year, or
Mm-mm.
going back to school looks if you're in America, because they don't have school uniforms there very often. So
I'll
that
add
would
you in TikTok after. I'll add you. Anyway,
thank
so
you.
that I can see your ano doon, mga I mean I can see your videos that you made on TikTok. Do you have TikTok also, Lilia?
Well, my personal, no, I don't have, but I did create a TikTok for my Art Loft studio. We did
Okay.
post some videos there, but I don't know. I don't think I prefer Instagram, to be honest. And for the
Mm-hmm.
studio, yes, I do some like blogging or some videos that explains what are we doing, shows the things. But for my personal modeling page, yeah, I do sometimes blogging for the stuff that I really like that I can really recommend. And if someone will go there and use it, they will not be disappointed. But the problem of
Yes.
blogging, you're not always going to meet a nice businesses, and not really nice offers. And I cannot really blog for it because for example, first, let's say I did not try the service, right? So how can I recommend it? Just for the money? I cannot do so. So for me,
Yeah.
I keep it this way. I just blog something I like. even for free. Like, I don't mind, just to recommend people so they can trust it. I want to be
Wow.
trusted than more than to be rich. Let's say.
Mm. Well, no, I'm very proud of you, both of you, no, because I do know, no, that some people do these things, no, in order to earn money, lagging, no, but it didn't cross in your mind. But you just do it, posting and recommending some products, and at the same time, what do you want to wear, and also introduce some good product of yours. But through ano lang, no, doing it for free, no, or for fun, something. TikTok is just for fun. I do know some people earning money in TikTok, no? But I don't mind them, no? Regarding this, because some of it you need in order to earn on the TikTok, you have doing some live, and then some people give diamonds. That's right. That's right, ano, Sheridan?
I think so. So for Instagram Lives, I think there's an option where you can purchase a couple of different type of icons that cost different, and I think then you
Yeah.
can like share them. But I'm
Mm-mm.
not very fluent on TikTok Lives. I don't really watch them that much, to be honest.
Oh, so you are more in just posting, no, and enjoying your things. That's right,
Yeah,
Sheridan.
I definitely watch a lot of TikTok. It's one of my guilty pleasures. I can spend a whole day just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. But definitely Instagram's where I post more of my content because, sometimes I don't have a video to share. Sometimes it's just a photo and the caption is what's going to make the most impact. So that's sort of where I split my time between both of the platforms there.
Okay. I'll add you in TikTok. Lily, I don't have TikTok, but I'll add you in Instagram. You have also Instagram, Sheridan?
Yes, it's Sheridan Mortlock official. So
How
I'll
about
add
you,
you.
Lilia? What is your Instagram?
My Instagram is just my name and my last name, Lilia11.
Wow, that is easy to find you.
And you can actually add me on TikTok. It's called Artloft QA, Artloft Qatar.
Okay, send me later so that I can look for it. So I can visit your account, no? So that I can
Sure.
view some of your videos that you posted in TikTok. And of course, see with you, Sheridan. Anyway, let's go about your advocacy. I do know both of you have advocacy, like I mentioned earlier, ACE with Sheridan, and the other one is I just forgot with Lilia. But Lilia, can you share about your advocacy first so that people will know what you are bringing up in Miss Earth
Yeah,
2022?
sure. So all of us as a Miss Earth, right? We are capable of doing a lot of good things, like big things on a scale to help the environment. But
Mm.
ordinary people who is not into these things, they often think that it's not going to make any difference if, for example, he doesn't buy plastic today, right? Like if he will
Yeah.
switch to a reusable bottle. I hear it a lot. So what I find out is not our actions is the key. The people are the key, because the more, the better. Because one person, yeah, maybe you will do small things. But what if your friends join? What if your family join? What if your entire building where you live will join your initiative? Then you will become a lot, and a lot will make a change. So what
Mm-mm.
I mean to say is, like, every person matters. Every small thing matters. And this is my advocacy. I want to bring people together to let them understand that every small action from even one person is already a big, huge deal for the environment. So as I'm a model, I would like to make eco lifestyle a new trend, a new fashion. So people will join it and will spread it, and then it will make a big difference.
Mm-mm. Actually, no, we should work together. No, if you know, if all queens all over the world, Miss Earth queens, no, and other pageant who are relatively implied with saving our Mother Earth, we can actually save the Mother Earth if we'll join together. But
Yes,
the problem is, um, some no, some are doing this just for the pageant. to be honest, no, I don't want to to spoil some of the candidates, but I do know some of us no are doing this just for the pageant. Unlike like what we are every day we use, no? I mean, we do, no, to help other people, no? Like I do know some friends of mine, no, that formally joined Miss Earth. Then actually after finishing the pageant without crown, they're still continuing their advocacy. I've seen in their timeline that they are planting trees, helping some people to have a backyard garden, no, which is very for me this a good things, no, to continue what they've started, even they are not uh, in this earth anymore. No, there's a good things to that. No? Like Brittany Dixon of Australia. I do know, no, I've seen, no, there's a lot of things that she do, no, for Mother Earth, no. That's why some he also support lots of organization for environmental activities, no, in Australia. That's why I'm very proud of her, and she is very kind person. No? I'm very proud to know Miss Earth Australia 2020. Is that right?
Yes.
Brittany Dixon. Yeah. That was at the time during the pandemic, but I hope I can see her. No. She will visit all. Is your national director will come in in Philippines? Yes, sandali lang po.
Yes, a national director will be coming. She will be coming. I don't know whether Brittany Dixon is coming or if she's planning to come, but I know that she's definitely going to be planning to come to the Philippines sometime soon because it's been a dream to come over and visit the country.
I hope I can meet her. No? Anyway, meron muna tayo. Before we ask you both again, no, for this interview, we do have a reporter on our Zoom. Our friend Sir Romel Madrigal is already on Zoom, and he have a report, no. 10K halaga ng marijuana na kumpiska sa sinagawang bypass operation sa Santa Rosa PNP. Mula sa Zoom report ni Sir Romel Madrigal. Sir Romel, magandang hapon sa iyo.
Ayos, magandang hapon kasamang Mike, at arestado ang isang individual sa bypass operation ng Santa Rosa PNP at siya kinilala ni Police Colonel Randy Glenn Silvio, officer in charge ng Laguna PPO na si John Martin Ipil at residente ng Santa Rosa City sa Laguna. Sa ulat ng Santa Rosa City Police Station, nagsagawa sila ng bypass operation pasado 11:00 ng gabi sa Villa Santa Rosa, Barangay Kaingin, Santa Rosa City, na nagresulta sa pagka-aresto sa suspect matapos magbenta sa pusher fire ng hinihinalang illegal na droga kapalit ng bypass money. Nakumpiska sa suspect ang 3 piraso ng plastic sachet na naglalaman ng hinihinalang dried leaves and fruiting tops o marijuana na may timbang na abot sa 9 na gramo na tinatawag nagkakahalaga ng mahigit 10,000 piso. Nakuha rin sa suspect ang 2 piraso ng 100 piso bill na ginamit bilang bypass money. Kasalukuyan ang nasa kustudiya ng Santa Rosa City Police Station si Ipil, habang ang mga nakumpiskang ebidensya ay sinumiti sa crime laboratory para sa forensic examination at naharap ang suspect sa kasong Republic Act 9165 o Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act of 2002. Mula sa Timog Tatagalugan, ako si Romel Matigang nagulat sa DCRJ 10, ang Radyo Bandido TV.
Maraming salamat Sir Romel sa report na yan. Actually, this is a good things, no, to know our enforcement bureau on drugs, no, are very active to raid some of the drugs has been selling on the some cities, no, here in the Philippines, no, and I'm very proud of them, no, with this news, no. Anyway, let's go back to Sheridan. Can you specify? I already asked you earlier this one, but I do want the people hear from you what is ACE all about, no? So that they have an idea that Miss Sheridan or Miss Australia doing, no, for Miss Earth 2022. Go ahead, Sheridan.
Thank you. So my advocacy this year, as was mentioned, is based on the acronym ACE, or ACE for short. And so what this stands for is Action, Care and Education. And the reason why I haven't chosen something specific about the environment, such as oceans or zero waste, is because every time I was trying to pick something, I realized that it was linked to another environmental matter, which was linked to another environmental matter. And fixing one thing, you aren't just impacting that, but it sort of has a ripple effect. Everything in our environment and everything in nature and ecosystem is all interconnected, much like a spider's web. And so, if you make a change somewhere, that ripple effect will be felt throughout the web, and it either has the power to, heal the web and make it stronger, or, it could potentially collapse that web. And so what I believe will make the most impact and have the most substantial and sustainable forward movements towards the climate change battle is making sure that we are acting, that we care, and that we are educated. So, for example, if you are just acting on something in the environment, but you don't have the education, or you don't know why or how, then you might be acting in a way that's actually negative to the environment. So you have to have the education to have the action. And then if you don't care about the environment, then it's going to be very hard to motivate yourself and others to actually make action or make the time to educate others on the environment. So with these three pillars, action, care, and education, if they're all combined, then we have the biggest and best chance at saving Mother Earth.
Anyway, thank you very much for that. I hope most of the people will help you with this advocacy of yours, especially in Australia. And I do hope also that in Belarus and also in Qatar will definitely support Lilia at the same time. Oh yeah, you have two countries at the same time. Lilia, Qatar and Belarus. Anyway, I have prepared some question here, and definitely about just like a simple Q&A that might test the way you will answer, so that it will have confident enough for you to face any challenges that we have here in Miss Earth 2022. No, let's start. I think to Sheridan, because she's the last one I talked to. Sheridan, if I ask you something like um, about the economy right now, for you, economy versus environment, which is more important for you, and can you share us? Can you tell us why
Yeah,
did you choose this
absolutely.
one, economy or versus environment? Because this one, sometimes been divided from one each other, or sometimes they cross, at the same time, to destroy the other one, just like
Absolutely.
to have a good economy, but they have to destroy some part of the environment to do it, or
Yes,
think,
yes.
cutting trees, whatsoever. For you,
Well, it's
which
actually
one?
fun. It's funny you mention that, because they are very much linked in some ways. So, if obviously we must protect the environment more, because the thing is, if we continue to destroy the environment at the rate that we are, the economy will actually start to suffer because of it. We're already starting to see that in Australia with raised petrol prices, raised food prices, especially. Grocery shopping now is very expensive and it's becoming inaccessible, because a lot of our fresh fruit and veggies were impacted by our fires and our floods, which were all, an element of this climate change battle, as we're seeing more extreme weather events. So if we want to ensure that the economy stays healthy, we first have to make sure that the environment stays healthy. So if we focus all of our efforts on that, then hopefully both will be in harmony.
Mhm. Anyway, thank you very much for that, and I'm very proud, that you choose environment over economy. No, but
Of
anyway,
course.
there's a good things, so that people will learn, from your answers. No, but I have a different question with Lydia. But before I proceed with that question, I'll just let our next reporter, to report their exclusive news right now. eto, no? Subiri, nanindigan sa ambassador ng gagaling ang misinformation at hindi daw sa kanya wala sa report ni Sir Jojo Sikat. Sir Jojo, magandang hapon sa iyo. Go ahead.
Yes, magandang hapon naman kasama Mike. Ito nga't naninindigan itong si Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri na hindi sa kanya nanggaling ang misinformation ukol nga sa blacklisting ng Pilipinas sa China kaugay nga dito sa issue ng Pogo. Ayon kay Zubiri, si Chinese Ambassador Wang Xilian na nagkamali at sa kanya nanggaling aniya ang misinformation. Aniya ni Zubiri, hindi siya magsusorry dahil hindi naman talaga sa kanya nanggaling ang salitang blacklisting. Meron rin ang dalawang senador at mga staff na makapagpapatunay nito bagamat maaring na lost in translation lang aniya ang ambasador. Susulat rin si Zubiri kay Chinese Ambassador Wang Xilian para humingi ng categorical statement ukol dito matapos i-deny ng ambasador ang sinabi niya kahapon sa pagdinig na blacklisted na nga ang Pilipinas sa Chinese tourist site. Para kay Senate President, sayang aniyang turista makakapunta dito na 120 billion ang mawawala umano sa atin pagdating sa tourist income. Mula 2 milyon itong pre-pandemic in 2019, bumaba na aniyan ang mahigit ng 20,000 na lang ang pumapasok na Chinese tourist sa bansa. Dagdag pa ni Zubiri, hindi siya ang fake news dahil mapapatunayan niyang sa Chinese ambassador nang galing ang salitang blacklisting. Dahil anya dapat aniya klaruhin ito ng ambassador ang kanilang pahayag ukol nga dito sa inilabas itong misinformation. Ako, si Jojo Sikat, nagulat para sa DCR AM, ang radyo, Bandido TV.
Maraming salamat, Sir Jojo Sikat. No? I hope si Senator Zubiri ay makapagbigay agad ng statement later on, including the Chinese ambassador in the Philippines. Anyway, I have a question with Lilia. This is different, no, with the question with Sheridan. So
Can we go back to the question you asked her?
No. I will ask another question to you, Lilia, which is just like what we practice some Q&A, no, or intelligence category, no, in Miss Earth, no, 2022. As a woman, no, I do know there's a lot of women all over the world, no? And a lot of numbers against men. No, unfortunately, I don't have one. No? I mean, I don't have a woman with me. I mean, I don't have any girlfriend, wife, or whatsoever. But I do know you are plenty all over the world, and I'm so very flattered to see, no, that women nowadays can do everything, including the jobs of men. Am I right, Lilia? No? And thank you. I'm very proud of you because as a model, at the same time, an employer, have your own business, and Miss Earth Queens or Beauty Queens, no? And you're doing 3 things all together at the same time. But as a woman, no, and there's a country. I mean, there's some countries who lead by a woman, no, like Taiwan. They have their Taiwan president, which is a woman. Some country too, no, has a woman. Actually, Queen Elizabeth lead Europe, no, but unfortunately she died, no. But she already have a reign for a long years, no, holding the Europe, no, for the long time, no, as a woman. No? For you, no, as a woman, what make be the best change, no, all over the world if you will lead, if the women will lead the country sing together. I mean, all countries has a women leader. What do you think will happen? On your opinion, there's a big changes with that, or there will be a better things will happen if the women will lead the country?
They have a joke as like, for example, if the presidents of each country were a woman, there will be no war. They will just not talk to each other. So, but that's a joke, definitely. I don't think it's a gender-based. It's
Yes.
really depends on a person, because we have a good, like skilled man in some of the fields, right? We have a good
Yes.
skilled women in some of the fields, and it is
Yeah.
really up about a person, not a gender, I would say. We have a good cooks man, we have a good cooks women. Fashion industry, there is a good models man, there is a good models women. It's
Yes.
really not a gender based. It's about how you were raised, what skills you got since your childhood, what kind of person you are. So I would say it's sad that women doesn't get this many opportunities in the politics as a man, and it's still very biased about the gender, but it is changing, and I think it's a change for better, because women and men should have equal rights, because it is really not about the gender, it is about the person.
Yes, I do believe with that. And thank you. No, I'm very proud of your answer. You're very bright people. No, I ever met. No, I hope
Thank
when you
you.
visit Philippines, no, I can have a photo with you. No, so
Definitely.
I have a remembrance to both of you. So, na I already met this one. This girl's very bright and very powerful and stronger, just like Sheridan as well. No, I'll take up. We will take a photo together, Sheridan, when you visit Philippines. Anyway, I'll give you opportunity. Thank you for that. No, and I hope I know you will overcome all the challenges that you will face here in the Philippines, and maybe one of you or both of you might have a crown, no, for this Miss Earth, no, 2022, because you are very bright person, no, and a beautiful one as well, no. Like I said, you are both models, no, and you are very beautiful. No? Like I said, you are a top model, and including Sheridan, I told them you're just a very beautiful guys, just like a top model too. Um, but I thank you very much for that, and I'm very proud that I met you, no, through this interview. I'll give you opportunity to thank those people who helped you in this pageant, because our time is already 2:55 and I have least time. Just make it fast, Sheridan. Go ahead.
Thank you, everybody so far, for all your support and love, especially to those who have been believing in me since I joined the pageant back in 2019. So please continue your support as I come to the Philippines, and I will do you all very proud.
Yeah, thank you very much, and please do my send my regards to National Director of Australia and Brittany as well. Thank you very much. Anyway, Lilia, um, can you thanks those people who helped you in this pageant? Go ahead.
Well, I would like to say thanks to Pacilucci Salon, Mura Beauty Salon, and In Hype Studio. Those are businesses owned by my friends who helped me a lot in the video production, my looks, like everything related to the pigeon that I really needed help with. They did it for me, so I would like to thank them a lot.
Yes, and your national director too. What's your name of national director?
Kari.
What's her name?
It's her nickname, basically. So I would like to thank her too, because she is the bridge between organizers of Miss Earth and me, basically. And I would hope to see her in the Philippines.
She will coming also in Philippines.
I have no idea, but I would hope so.
If ever you had the opportunity that she will come to the Philippines, please let me introduce. Let me introduce to her, no, so that I will know her as well. No, I didn't
Definitely,
met.
I will send you her Instagram account so you guys can stay in touch. As well.
Okay. Same with you, Sheridan. I didn't meet yet your national director, even though I have a lot of friends who covering Miss Earth, no, Miss Earth Australia, no. We have a Filipino photographer, a friend of mine, no, who is in Australia as well, no, who helping Miss Earth at the same time, no.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
and I hope I can meet her also. Anyway, thanks to both of you, and I hope I have a lot of times to have an interview or asking questions when you arrive, no, here in the Philippines on November, no, and see you in November. Anyway, thank you very much, Sheridan. Thank you very much, Lilia, and to all the people who watch us, including in Australia and Qatar and Belarus, hoping you will still continue to help our environment by giving your little ways to help our environment. I mean, just taking out your trash through the garbage, not throwing them everywhere.
Definitely we will, because Miss Earth is not just a pigeon, it's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Anyway, thank you very much. Susunod na po yung programang SOS ni kasamang Johnny Gomez at maraming salamat po. Abangan niyo uli kami bukas sa ganap ng alas 2, alas 3 ng hapon. Dito lang sa DCRJ 10 AM, ang Radyo Bandido TV. Thank you very much, Sheridan. Thank you very much, Lilia. Keep safe everyone, and God bless. Bye-bye. Thank you, and have a
Bye-bye.
nice